Hello and welcome to Tim Brice's Beer Cellar.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is what I've been working on for, well, pretty much the last year.
12 months.
Yeah, you know, it's coming along. You know, I do actually want to consume these beers at some point. A couple of them I might leave to go for about 5 years.
Point?
That's the question.
At what point?
I want to make New Year's, you know, like a big thing, you know, so I think a lot of New Year's is going to be like drinking a beer from like 2 years ago or so, you know, or a year ago, depending upon what I feel like that day. Just come down here, make some selections. I think it'd be fun. It'd be a fun event to do every New Year's. Plus, you get to bring in the New Year right. Some good beer.
All aside.
So we're here. We're going to take a look at my beer cellar and share it with you. A lot of these beers, if you don't live in Wisconsin, you might not know, but we'll try our best to describe them. And I'm going to set my beer down for a second here so I can grab other beers. So we'll go with the first beer I have here. This is the Mutton Chop Ale. This is this is my home brew.
That's a Tim Bricer.
This isn't technically supposed to age, but what I wanted to do was when I brew it again, I wanted to compare the two because I'm gonna do a partial mash this time. This is done on
You're brewing this week?
I am brewing this tomorrow,
this
actually,
week.
And I'm gonna oak half of it, and we're gonna see how that turns out. So
yeah,
but this is actually just a German amber ale. Yeah.
Ugh. Rock and roll. Next.
So that's the first one.
Do you have any other home brews on here?
I do not.
Mother. Sounds good.
Effort.
Alright,
we'll go with the Dogfish Head beers first. Now, as some of you may know, especially from Wisconsin, they are no longer distributing here, so I picked up every Dogfish Head thing I could find. This one should not be in my beer cellar. It will be consumed very, very soon. This is a 90-minute IPA. I don't want to risk losing the hoppiness of it, so this one will actually be going in my fridge soon. This one, on the other hand, this one is very
that's
ageable.
really good.
Palo Santo
Maroon. Yeah, that's right. Maroon.
It's not maroon. It's just one O.
Morocco.
Moran. Moron. So Dogfish Head Moron Palo Santo. I'm just going to call it Palo Santo. It's aged on Palo Santo wood. And if you see this anywhere, it's fantastic. You have to have it. I believe it's their Indian brown that's aged on top of.
Yeah. It's their Indian brown, right?
Well, actually, it just says brown ale aged.
Yep.
And
Indian brown.
It might be the Indian brown. I do have 2 bottles of the Indian brown over here too, but they're not on the aging rack. They're going to be consumed soon. And over here we have.
Yes.
For whatever reason,
check this out. Check this shit out.
So I got my Blatz tap handle hanging on here. I got this guy for $0.25.
25 cents.
There's going to be a eventual kegerator down here, so look for that billet segment, and that's going to be a long billet segment. So
it won't be
grab a bag of popcorn for that one when that comes up.
Popcorn,
but
yeah.
This this guy I found for 25 cents. I thought that was a good deal. Cleaned it up.
Yeah. It's legit.
You know, it's
BLATZ.
It's oh god.
Blatz.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. Just had a few. Look at him.
That's sweet though. 25 cents.
No, and I like.
I mean, if you're from Milwaukee, you know that this is the shit right here. This is.
You're making us all look like assholes.
Not the beer's the shit. I mean, this is like
this is the history.
You might as well have found like a PBR tapper or something, or a Hamm's tapper. I mean, you know.
One thing I do like about it too is it does say the established Milwaukee 1851.
Damn straight.
That's pretty cool. So, anyways, moving on to craft beers that I just happen to be. Well, it may not be crap. I don't know. Trader Joe's.
Is that
vintage
organic?
ale?
Is this organic?
I don't freaking know.
I'll bet it's organic.
I had one. I had like I think it was their 2008, and I cracked that one. It actually turned out to be really freaking good.
I think I had some of that.
Yes.
On New Year's. Proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
New Year's comes. I'm usually with him, and And he's opening beers off this shelf.
Yeah, pretty much. But the that one tasted pretty darn good. So I decided to give it another whirl, but they vary each year. They may be good, they may be freaking terrible.
Yeah.
You just don't know. So look at Ray Beer or one of those websites and get a good idea. Or go to Brewathon in about a year and see what we think of it.
That's right. Much more reliable source.
Look at these assholes. What do they have to say?
Look at these assholes in their beer cellar.
Moving on, Gnarly Wine. Yeah, we got to move along on this one here.
Yeah, that's a good
some
one.
beers to get through. Gnarly Wine, Lagunitas is it's their barley wine. I'm not particularly fond of their barley wine. I think it's okay.
It's really good.
This is one of those barley wines that I actually like better when it's young.
Yeah,
it's more hoppy when it's young, and when it ages, you want to.
Doesn't necessarily get better.
No, because once it loses that hop, it doesn't have enough complexity to really take over, and it's just kind of disappointing. And plus, it's Lagunitas, and I hold them to a very high standard. So it's not necessarily.
You're bringing your shit.
It's not a bad beer. It's just not. It's not Lagunitas good.
It's true, and if you're bringing your shit in to Wisconsin from California, it better be good.
Mm-hmm.
Bars up here. Bars up here.
Especially with awesome beers that they have.
Yeah.
Now we're into the Stone. Again, another brewery that no longer comes to Wisconsin. But when I go to Minnesota and visit Minnesota, you can damn well bet that I'm going to pick some up. Or Illinois. Illinois is not far from Milwaukee, after all. But this is the Stone 09 Vertical Epic Ale brewed with spices. I always thought that was funny. It was just ale brewed with spices. Thanks a lot for that description.
Yeah, what spices?
But they do have a much better description.
Coriander, cinnamon.
They have a much better description on the back of the bottle.
Hollyberry.
It doesn't say anything about spices. It just kind of gives a flavor profile, I believe.
Yeah, bullshit.
But it'll give us something to go on, and when we actually try this is an 09.
Right.
I plan to age this for at least 5 years. So, moving on, we have Stone Old Guardian. This is a barley wine that is freaking phenomenal. Love this barley wine. Yeah, I'll look it up. There's not much more to say about it than that. It's just a good barley wine.
And I never had it. Probably never will, because he'll probably never give me any.
Nope, fuck you. This is the another one that probably should not be aged, but it's still sitting on my shelf because I can't bring my heart to drink it. I'll never get another one. This is the Stone Self-Righteous. This is their black IPA, or Indian Black Ale,
Black
or
IPA.
Cascadian Dark, whatever the hell you want to call it. Probably shouldn't be aged being an IPA at all.
That's why we should open it right now.
This is actually going to be this. We're going to drink this for New Year's this year.
That's 6 months away.
It is 6 months
All
away.
the hops are going to be gone.
Well, that's just a risk you're going to have to live with. Now we're on to Central Waters.
Oh,
And
this
Central
is
Waters.
the one right here.
Central Waters is it's a Wisconsin-based brewery.
Amherst.
Yeah, Amherst, Wisconsin. I don't believe that they
By
distribute.
Stevens Point.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't believe that they distribute anywhere other than Wisconsin, but I could be wrong on that.
I don't think so.
They do have a bourbon barrel series, and their bourbon barrel barley wine is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
This is the 2011. I only have the old 11s right now, but when the 12s come out this coming year, I'll be sure to buy some of those.
And another Central Waters.
This is another Central Waters. This is a bourbon barrel stout, also very, very, very tasty.
2010.
This is the
2010.
Yes, 2010. And I believe we'll be consuming that this year. There is other bourbon barrel beers in their series, but they don't really lend themselves to aging very well. I do have, I think we consumed my last one, the cherry stout.
Oh yeah.
The cherry
stout.
Yeah, the cherry does not hold up very well. It just doesn't get a lot of off flavors for whatever reason as it ages. So it's best just to consume that one.
Yeah, just drink it.
Yeah, and then there's also the Bavaria, or what do they call it? Oh, Sirius is gonna kill me.
Oh yeah, it's like it's a gray label.
Yeah, I don't know. Bavarian?
Peruvian.
Yes.
There it is. Yeah, Peruvian.
Next, and almost last, last. Actually, what's that one? Oh, should we say that? Should we say this one now or what?
Sure.
This is the. It's another IPA that we probably shouldn't be aging, but you wanted
We're
me.
gonna do it anyway.
You wanted me to age it for you, so.
That's right. This is a loner.
This is
he's aging at
this
40.
one.
Since
This
he
one
has,
is
he
actually-
has the best setup for a beer cellar.
Yeah,
Ever.
under the stairs.
Under the stairs.
We're like
That's-
freaking trolls.
That is where you do it. Yes, trolls. Troll.
Troll hunter, yeah.
Yep, troll hunter. Yeah, you better go see that.
Raging
Right
bitch,
after you
Belgian
consume one of
style
these.
Indian pale ale.
Yeah,
Flying Dog.
I will say Flying Dog in general, as a brewery, I find them disappointing.
I
That's my
disagree.
opinion. You know, if you want to listen to the master brewer, I suggest you listen to the guy over here in yellow. But, you know,
No, I disagree. I think they have some good beers, but
name one.
what the hell's their stout called?
Oh, if it's
It's
a
called,
good beer, you remember the name.
Dude, I couldn't remember the name.
If it was a
I
good
couldn't-
beer, you remember the name.
Peruvian was a good beer.
We
It took
came
me a
up
long
with
time.
it. We got
Yeah,
it.
it took two people.
Two people.
I think it's
2
called
minutes.
like Gonzo or something like that.
Gonzo.
Yeah.
That's that terrible Netflix movie.
I almost thought you were gonna say it's a Muppet thing.
Oh, it is a Muppet thing too.
Well, the final beer, last but not least, is Dank.
Oh, dank.
Oso's Dank out of Plover, Wisconsin. Another fantastic brewery here in Wisconsin.
Absolutely.
The Dank is by far, I think, their best beer. It's an annual thing. It's their anniversary beer, I believe. Actually, they brew it every year. It's an Imperial Red. Very good malty flavors. It's just, I love this beer.
Fantastic. And actually, you know, if you're lucky, there's another guy writing for Brewathon, good buddy of ours,
Dan Sears.
Dan Sears, brewed kind of a replica of that, you know, inspired by it. I can say. I
Inspired
won't
by
speak
it.
for
Well, it's
him,
not a replica.
But with that said, absolutely
Something not
fantastic. And if you're lucky,
Yeah.
he'll post the recipe up. But you might have to, you know, right? Just saying, you might have to.
Yeah.
But it might be worth it. If you do the math,
Yeah,
it might be worth it.
his is also an Imperial Red.
Yeah.
It's not quite as malty, but I really enjoy it. I think I find his to be. I would drink a lot more of his in an extended period of time than I would Danks. Like Danks, I want to have one, and then I want to move on to the next thing. But it's not because that beer's not really good. It's really good. I just don't want to overdo it. You know, it's just. I don't know. There's so much going on that after a while you might start to lose the uniqueness of it. So I don't know. I just like to move on to the next thing.
Sure.
But if I was drinking for an evening, I'd probably choose Mr. Dan Bass.
Variety, spice of life.
That's true. So there you have it. That is the beer cellar as we speak.
Yeah, the TS Brice beer cellar here.
Yeah.
Pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I've always added stuff to it. You know, I'd like to do beer cellar segments of what's new in Brice's beer cellar.
You know that
Is that
I
a
like that.
recurring
That's a good tab up on the top. What's new in Brice's beer cellar?
That's a really long tab.
Yeah.
No, I just
that'll be
general-
worth every pixel.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like a general hugging the pole. It'll be a general, topic that might be recurring.
Sure. Well, you know.
We're gonna be adding more stuff, and this, especially as I really like it when they date labels too, so you can always tell.
Yeah.
When the more specialty releases come out, and as you know, we're getting to about that season, the holiday season, when there's all kinds of
The
weird stuff.
holiday season.
That's when the bourbon barrel stuff usually tends to start hitting. So at least for Central Waters. But yeah, it's gonna be expanding, and we're gonna be enjoying some over New Year's.
Holiday season. Yeah, that's right.
Maybe we'll pull some tasting notes on those beers.
Yeah, we'll think about that.
Yeah, I mean we'll definitely be drunk, but yeah, it's good. It's
you know,
entertainment, you know.
Mark that on your calendar.
Yeah,
That's right.
along with Brewathon.
Yep.
First annual Brewathon.
Along with the first annual Brewathon.
Be there. Be square.
Be square. Yes.
You have no beer left, man.
Yep. Well, it will. You know, it's a good beer, Tim. It was a good beer.
It was a good beer. Yes.
Hey.
Cheers.